Hello everyone, myself Purushotham, working as Assistant Professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering, MLR Institute. In this session, I am going to discuss about abstraction concept. So, this is the overview of this session. So, first I am going to explain what is an abstraction, next abstract method and normal methods, next abstract class and normal class, and some sample examples I am going to discuss now. Okay. So, let us get started session now. So, what is abstraction? So, abstraction is one of the object oriented principles. So, abstraction is nothing but it is the process of hiding internal implementation from the user, and only essential functionality will be provided to the user. Means it will hide the internal implementation and it will show only essential information to the user. Okay. So, this is nothing but the abstraction. So, abstraction is one of the object oriented principles. So, till now we have discussed some of the object oriented principles. In previous sessions I already covered the inheritance concept, and the polymorphism also covered, and now I am going to discuss about the abstraction. So, abstraction also one of the object oriented principles. As we know that we have the 4 object oriented principles: abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance and polymorphism. So, abstraction is one of the object oriented principle. Now, abstraction is nothing but it is a process of hiding internal implementation and shows only essential information to the user is nothing but the abstraction. So, in Java, so how can we achieve this abstraction? Means we need to use these concepts like abstract classes and interfaces. So, using abstract classes and interfaces, we can achieve abstraction in Java. So, if you want to understand about the abstraction, first of all, we need to understand the abstract method. And if you want to understand the abstract method, and we need to learn what is a normal method. Okay. Now, first we will see what is a normal method. Then after we will see what is abstract method. After that, we will see what exactly abstract class. Okay. So, first of all, now we will see what is a normal method. So, normal method means if a method, if it is having both declaration as well as a definition, is nothing but it is a normal method. So, suppose if I take an example here. So, here I have a method, this is the method. So, this method is having the declaration part. So, this is the declaration part. So, this is the declaration part, and method also having the definition part. So, this is what the definition part. So, the method which is having both declaration as well as the definition or implementation section is nothing but the normal method. Okay. So, how can we identify the normal method means? So, how can we identify a method means? If any name, if it is associated with parenthesis, means it is a method. So, if a method contains both declaration as well as the definition, so this part is the definition. So, if method contains both the declaration as well as the definition, then we can call it as a normal method. Now, so coming to abstract method. As name suggests, abstract. Abstract means we need to hide the internal implementation. So, suppose assume here like I have a method like public void m1, and so this is the declaration part and this is the definition part. Now, the definition I want to hide. So, I am going to hide this definition. Now, if you write this statement here, so we need to terminate with a semicolon, and if you are terminating the semicolon with a method, so compulsory you must declare with abstract. Now, this method becomes what? Abstract. Means the method which is having only the declaration but not a definition is nothing but abstract method. So, if you want, you can see here. So, a method which is having the declaration but not a definition, such type of method is nothing but abstract method. And every abstract method, the compulsory we need to end with a semicolon. Okay, the statement termination. As we know that in programming, if you want to terminate any statement, so compulsory we need to use a semicolon. So, using semicolon, we will terminate what? Abstract method. And in abstract method, the compulsory we need to use abstract modifier. Okay, without using abstract modifier, compiler will throw out the compile time error. Okay. Next, the child class. So, who is the responsible to override that method? Who is the responsible to implement that method? Means the child classes are the responsible. The child classes are the responsible to provide the implementation of the parent class abstract method. So suppose in a parent class, if you have what unimplemented method or abstract method, so those methods, the compulsory child class must be override and must be implemented. And so suppose if I take an example, so this is the method, method is having only the declaration but no definition, and this method must be, you need to terminate with a semicolon, and it's a what method is having only declaration but no definition, means there is no implementation part here. Okay, there is no implementation part. So there is no implementation means it's abstract method. So means abstract method compulsory we need to declare with abstract modifier. Compulsory we need to declare, otherwise it will throw the compile time error. So this is about the what normal method and abstract method. Now we'll see what is a normal class. Now what is abstract class, now we'll see. So coming to the normal class, the normal class contains only the normal methods. As we know that the normal method means the method which is having the declaration as well as the definition is nothing but the normal methods. So the normal class contains only the normal methods. So suppose if you take an example, you can see here. Now class test is a normal class. So how can we say the test is a normal class, means the test is having what the two methods, M1 method and M2 method. Now if you observe, M1 and M2 are the normal methods. So how we are saying it is a normal method means M1 is having the declaration part as well as the definition part. You can see the definition part. So M1 is having the declaration part as well as the definition part. And if you observe M2 also declaration part is there and definition part also there. Means now the class test is a normal class. The class test is a normal class. So normal class contains only the normal methods, simple. So normal class also called what the concrete class or complete class. So for normal class and concrete class and complete class, instantiation, object creation is possible. So why means it is a complete class. So for all complete classes or normal classes, all concrete classes, object creation, instantiation is possible. We can create an object. Now we'll see what is a abstract class now. So as name suggests, abstract means it will hide the internal implementation, and as we know that abstract method means it will have only declaration but no definition. Okay, so if abstract class, if you want to declare any class with abstract, means if any class, if it contains at least one abstract method, then the class should be declared with a abstract modifier. So if a class contains at least one abstract method, if a class it contains at least one abstract method, so the class becomes what abstract class, and compulsory we need to declare that class with abstract modifier. If the class, if it contains that one abstract method and if you are not declared that class with abstract modifier, and again it will throw out the compile time error. Compulsory we should declare the class with abstract modifier, mandatory, otherwise it will throw compile time error. So it is not possible to create an object to the abstract class. As I mentioned, abstract class means incomplete. Abstraction itself, it is incomplete. So abstract means incomplete. Abstraction means incomplete, means it will hide the internal implementation. So if it is hiding the implementation, means object creation is not possible. Means instantiation, technically we will call it as a instantiation. Instantiation is not possible. Instantiation is nothing but object creation only. So object creation or instantiation is not possible. So when abstract class get eligibility to what create object, means object for abstract class never get a chance to create object, but the class which is inheriting from the abstract class, and if it is overriding all unimplemented methods, then that child class will get a chance to what create object, but the abstract class never get any chance to what instantiation. Next, so if any class, if you don't want to instantiation, then we have to declare that class with abstract for abstract classes. Simple, means for normal class also we can declare with abstract modifier, means sometimes we need to restrict object creation to the normal class. In such cases, you can also write abstract modifier to the normal class, so that no one can create what object, means instantiation is not possible. So in such cases, you can declare that class with the abstract modifier. So suppose if you take an example, here abstract class, the class is a test class and which contains abstract method and the normal method. Now you can see here the class which is a contain abstract method and this is a normal method. This is a normal method and the first one is the abstract method. So at least one abstract method is there. Compulsory, we need to declare that class with abstract modifier. So otherwise it will throw the compile time error. Now we'll see the same points programmatically. So here I will take a class, the class let's take I will take class A. Now class A is having method public void m1 method. Now it is a normal class only, so no need to declare any abstract modifier. Now suppose the public void m2. Now I want to terminate the method here itself, means I want to hide internal implementation here. So if you are hiding internal implementation, so you need to terminate your method here itself, and this method must be declared with abstract modifier. So otherwise it will throw compile time error. If you want, you can see here, if you run this one, it will throw error. So compulsory we should declare, see here, missing method body or declared with abstract means, so compulsory we should declare this method with abstract. So here I am declaring the method with abstract. Now this class is having one abstract method. The class is having one abstract method. Now the class must be declared with abstract modifier, otherwise again it will throw compile time error. Now you can see here, if you run this program, again you will get error, means A is not abstract and does not override method 2. Okay, so compulsory you must be declared with a abstract modifier, then only you will not get any error. Okay, so in normal method, so let's take an example, like let's take implementation. So A class m1 method. Here for, as I mentioned, instantiation for class A means abstract class is not possible here. So if you are trying to create object to the A, so it will throw error. If you want, you can see here, I am creating object to the A, so this is not possible. See here, A is abstract, cannot be instantiated. Instantiated means it is a technical word, means object creation. Object creation is not possible here. So you should not create object to the abstract class. Now who will override this abstract methods now? So this M2 is having only the declaration but not definition. Now who will define this method? Who will implement this method? Means a child class is the responsible. So I will create a child class here. I will create one more class. Now the class B. Now the two are individual classes. Now I will make the parent and child relation here. So here I will establish the parent and child relation. I am using extends keyword. Now here M2 method compulsory must be override inside B, means B is a child class. Now B becomes a child class, so compulsory B is responsible to override the M2 method. Now here optionally M1 can override B2, but M2 mandatorily override should be override in B. Okay, so otherwise it will throw what? The compile time error, means inside a child class compulsory, so all unimplemented methods must be override, means all parent class unimplemented must be override inside a child class, otherwise it will throw the compile time error. So here I am overriding system.out.println and B class M2. Now if you observe here, M2 compulsory we should override, and M1 if you want you can override, or if you want you can ignore. Now so here we cannot create object to the A, but we can create object to the B here. Why? Means B is a complete class. The complete, how it is a complete class means it is having only normal methods. Now the B new and B dot, and you can call M1 and as well as you can also call what? M2. Now see here, it is executing. Now suppose assume here in A class I have one more abstract method like public void M3 and M3 also it is an abstract method. But in B class I have overridden only M2 method but not M3. Okay now, but still B is abstract class only. Why means B is indirectly is having one unimplemented method M3. Now the instantiation of the B is not possible now. So you should declare this class with the abstract modifier. Compulsory we need to declare this class with abstract modifier. Now if you declare a class with abstract modifier and instantiation is not possible, you can see here it will throw error. So B is abstract, so cannot be instantiated. So how many methods are there in the parent class? How many unimplemented methods there in the parent class? That many methods compulsory override inside a child class mandatory. So otherwise it will throw the compile time error. If the child class is not in a position to override all unimplemented methods, so you should declare that child class with the abstract modifier. So otherwise again it will throw the compile time error. So as I mentioned, so abstract method, all implementation should be done in child class. So just now I explained. So if any abstract methods are there in the parent class, so all methods are compulsory we should override inside a child class. So otherwise it will throw the compile time error. So just now I explained, the parent class is having one abstract method and the class becomes what? Abstract class, and parent class is having one abstract method now. So that method compulsory we should override inside a child class. Now here the demo and the parent in the parent and child relation. Now the demo is a child class. Demo is responsible to override the M1 method. So otherwise it will throw the compile time error. So here I have overridden. And sometimes the normal method also, normal class also we can declare with the abstract modifier. So suppose if you want, you can see here. So suppose assume here I have a class, the class is having only M1 method and it's a normal method only. So now the instantiation is possible. You can create an object. So here I am creating object to the normal class and I will call M1 method. No problem here. Why means class A is a normal class and it contains a normal method and instantiation also possible. Now my requirement is, so I don't want to create instantiation for this class and I want to restrict object creation to what? A class. So in such cases, so even though this class is not having abstract methods, still you can declare your class with the abstract modifier. Okay now if you declare a normal class with the abstract modifier, so this class also becomes what? The abstract class, and again the instantiation is not possible. Means here you are restricting object creation here. Okay. So here it will throw the compile time error. So A is abstract, cannot be instantiation, even though it is what? The complete normal class and I still declared with abstract modifier. So instantiation, object creation, here we are restricting. So abstract class contains 0 or more number of abstract methods. So just now explain. So abstract class may contains 0 number of what? Abstract methods and n number of abstract method. Means if a class, if it is not having any abstract method also, still we can declare that class with abstract modifier. If you declare with abstract modifier to any class, simply instantiation is not possible. So for abstract class, it is not possible to create an object. Okay, object creation means instantiation is not possible. So here I have a class. Now the class is a test and the test class is declared with abstract, and here itself I am creating object to the what? This test class. So this is not possible. Why means this class is declared with abstract modifier, and if you are trying to create object and it will throw the compile time error. So this is not possible. Why means the class is declared with abstract modifier. So coming to the summary of this session. Now in the session I have covered what the abstract definition. As I mentioned, abstraction means hiding internal implementation and shows only essential information to the user. Means if you want to hide any internal implementation of any class or any method, so we need to use what? Abstract class or abstract methods. And I already explained the abstract method and abstract normal methods. So normal methods contains both the declaration as well as the definition, and abstract method contains only the declaration but not definition. And already covered what the abstract class and normal class also. So normal class, as we know that the class which contains the normal methods, we can say that it's a normal class or a concrete class or complete class. And abstract class means if any class, if it is having at least one abstract method, then we can say that it is an abstract class, and compulsory we should declare that class with a abstract modifier. Okay, so that's about this session. Thank you.